Hey everyone, this is Sebi from Valorant Central. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Now in this video, we're talking about new closed beta information about Twitch drops straight from the head developers of Valorant. This includes the real details about how to actually be eligible to win a Twitch drop, as well as how they said you can increase your chances of winning. This is new information straight from the head developers of Valorant, so everything in this video is true with no speculations at all, and their information about how to increase your chances of winning the drops will actually work. Be sure to watch the entire video so you get all of their details, as it's all very important. Before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like to stay up to date on all things Valorant. We post videos nearly every day covering everything from esports, news, highlights, and everything in between, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all of that. Also, drop a like on this video if you do find it informative and helpful, as we really appreciate it. The first point that the head developers talked about was that if they let everyone into this beta, it defeats the purpose of having it. So although people really want to get in and everyone's begging for access, they unfortunately can't let everyone in. And some people are just going to have to take that as a reality. Not everyone's going to get into the closed beta drop because they just can't handle it. I already saw a problem on the first day of the closed beta, and that was just from a few drops from last Friday when they first started the Twitch drops. So if they add more people and just start letting everyone in, the amount of problems they're going to see is just going to skyrocket, and the game won't run and no one will be able to handle it. They did say though that they will slowly start adding more beta accesses as the number of people their servers could safely hold increases. So if you don't have access right now, you could potentially get it in the future. Now, when we talk about how to actually get access to the closed beta, they released some very important information on how to be eligible. The first thing to note is they said that once you reach a threshold of watch time, you can actually start taking part in the drops. And they said that this threshold is roughly 2 hours. So if you watch the drops for less than 2 hours, you are not eligible to win access to the closed beta. However, once you've watched more than 2 hours of Valorant gameplay on Twitch, you can start being eligible to win beta access. So this watch time doesn't have to be in one sitting or with one specific streamer. It's a total sum of watch time of Valorant on Twitch. So you could watch 30 minutes one day, an hour and a half the other, and then you could start taking part. Or you can watch an hour on one streamer and an hour on another, and you could still be eligible for these Twitch drops. So they're very lenient, but just make sure in total you're watching at least 2 hours of Valorant on Twitch. Another thing to note is that they said throughout the day and night, they are continuously taking everyone who is eligible for a drop and giving out beta access to random people. So you don't need to be on Twitch at the moment to be receiving a drop. You just have to make sure that you've met the minimum watch time to be eligible to win. So this means that if you've watched, let's say 3 hours during the day, you could shut your stream off and then you could potentially win a Twitch drop a few hours later. So once you've met this threshold that they talk about, you're eligible to win the Twitch drops for the remainder of time that they'll be giving them out. So when we get into how you can actually increase your chance of winning these Twitch drops, the game developers did talk about how you can actually increase your chances of winning. So they said that more watch time does give you a higher chance of winning. If you watch for 20 hours versus 2 hours, you would have a higher chance of winning access to the beta. However, they did note that this is not guaranteed that you will win, so someone with 2 hours of watch time could potentially win over someone with 24 hours of watch time themselves. It's all based on luck, but watching more does increase your chances. Lastly, they did say that they have measures in place to detect Viewbots, so they will use this to only include real people in their Twitch drops. So I know a lot of people were complaining about having so many bots in these streams, they'll never have a chance of winning against these bots, but they did say that they will have measures in place so that only real accounts will be added to these drops. In the case that some of these bots are able to go through the screening process, however, they recommend to not buy accounts online, as they are looking into accounts that have been obtained using bots and say there's a chance that these accounts could be banned before Valorant's full launch. So if you're purchasing one of these accounts because you really want to play, there is a chance you could be banned and might not be eligible to play at all. So the best way to play the beta is just to try to win one of these Twitch drops yourself, and to increase your chances, just watch as much as possible. Lastly, they were discussing a bit of a problem they were having with the drops, where some people were getting 2 notifications that they won what they call double drops, where someone would see they won and then they'll see they won again. They did confirm that this is just an electronic error and you didn't actually win twice. You only won once, but it's just showing up twice. So there's no need to worry about that, as you could still play the beta without having any problems. So this is all the information that came straight from the Valorant developers today. A lot of it's very useful, and unfortunately they couldn't give us this information beforehand because it would have been useful to know. But luckily they gave it to us now, as there still will be more Twitch drops in the near future. Let me know what you think about all this information in the comments section below. Are you happy they finally gave us all this info? Do you think there's some things they could have potentially done better? Let me know about that in the comments. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to stay up to date with all things Valorant, and drop a like on this video if you do find it helpful and informative. That's about it for this video. Thanks for watching.